Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
And welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet
And
you too.
welcome on Monroe Institute Europe online community. My name is Dominic.
My name is Paweł.
We are both Polish community leaders. I work in Monroe Institute Council. Paweł is a trainer.
I'm a trainer, yes, and TMI Europe, TMI EU is a community, European community of the Monroe Institute, where we can discuss about awareness, about spiritual and self-development, and all the subjects related to these two topics. So these meetings are meetings of open microphone, so everybody can speak freely. We try to prepare a safe space for discussion.
So we take care about. We keep safe space for discussion. So it means that we can speak here about anything. There are no bad questions, and that's it. This is the main value of Monroe Institute.
So what is today's topic?
Today's topic is. I have sent an email that it's about community over the world, but in fact, I think that this will be our subject will be in general Monroe Institute all over the world. We will explore in a few seconds map with all the leaders. But first, I will ask, do we have any questions? Hello, Andrzej. Hello, Charlotte.
Hi there. Hi. No questions yet.
Great.
Maybe this will be a good opportunity to share your experiences with other communities. Perhaps you attended any other meetings of other communities around the world. So it might be a chance to share your experiences after we tell more about the communities around the world in various countries and continents.
You speak to me?
No, just explain and express my hopes for discussion.
Okay. Monica, do you have any experience with community groups other than your local, or I don't know?
No, I just at the previous before with the one from Bulgaria. Was it Romania or Bulgaria? Romania, I think. And then they stopped, and I don't know. We were guided to your group.
Great, great. We work now on update of our leaders database, and one of the subjects is that we try to find out about subject-oriented community groups, because there are subject-oriented community groups, and we work in Outreach Council on organizing some kind of catalog of all the community groups, where there will be information, for example, that there is in some place community group which is meeting online, and they are focused on lucid dreaming, so everybody can join. It's interesting. In fact, I am fan of this. I would like to use it. With Paweł, we were, for example, joining Cincinnati community group led by Andrea Berger. In general, it's nice opportunity because there are some leaders with whom we resonate more, who have experience which we are interested in, or just because they all the time talk about lucid dreaming, and if somebody is oriented only on particular subject, then this group will help in expanding knowledge and experience. So this is what we work on. We are during update process. We also remove inactive community groups because it happens that somebody is becoming inactive leader and is not letting us know. So there are a few community groups which disappeared. For example, we had in our database, maybe I will show maps.
Yeah, and shared the link to community map, so everybody can click on that and see where are the community groups. And I hope that in the future, each community will be described in terms you discussed before. I mean, the subject they keep and the group of interest and how they meet virtually or locally.
We will see. Maybe I would love to have dedicated site, because on map it's hard to show. For example, I want a particular subject. On map, you will have to check every point. In dedicated website with filters, you will just click what you want, language, because we are also checking language. Romanian is the second popular, and third popular is Spanish. So before I started showing map, I was talking that, for example, in Spain we had a community group which disappeared, become inactive. The same with France. We don't have in France and in Spain community groups. As I remember, we have some trainers there. So what's the difference between trainer and community group? Community group is led by somebody who finished some Monroe Institute courses. Of course, there's a list of prerequisites needed to become leader. Sorry. Trainers are qualified persons to make courses. So trainers make... Yeah, please.
No, sorry. Finish your sentence. Sorry.
Okay, I will just finish that. Trainers are more, let me say, they organize courses in more... I want to avoid this word, but those are a bit more organized and commercial activities. Leaders are more up to leader, and they are focused just on meeting and doing some meditations in groups usually. So this is the difference. Yes, Monica?
The star over Switzerland. Can you tell me who this is? This would be a leader.
Switzerland.
It's in the middle. It's in the middle where there are many stars. Yeah, there. Down. Yes.
Yeah.
Walter Frey.
Interesting. Okay.
You see, and you have community group here also.
Strange. I will try to contact Walter Frey, because I never met him. I never.
Yeah, and you have
maybe he moved because he was.
Zurich is also Switzerland or Liechtenstein.
Zurich.
Yeah. I was looking on map and was not sure about border, but I have in my mind that Zurich is Switzerland.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so like I said, in France we have trainer, in Spain we have trainer, but no community groups. And yeah,
Yes.
this is how it looks. What's interesting? Let's deep dive here with the map. So for sure, UK is very active. Italy is very active. In Italy, there are organized discovery courses. So in discovery courses from Monroe Institute are the courses on which there are tested new technologies, and all participants are connected to EEG, the brainwaves monitor device. So there is much bigger feedback when we do discovery for us than on any other course, because other courses are more oriented on particular subject. Here it's focused on also on how we react to sounds we listen.
We discussed this subject lately on last month when we discussed mind mirror device, and this device is used by participants on discovery program.
Yeah. Like I mentioned, second popular language is Romania. Romania is also very active. Here is our community group, Poland. What else? We have two new leaders here. I mean, during my cadence in council, they joined in Lebanon and in Tel Aviv. So it's very interesting because this is, let me say, from my perspective, tough environment. They have their lot of I don't know how to call it, but a lot of happens in this space there. We have, I will maybe zoom in. No, I don't know. Let's see. We have two ladies active on Cyprus.
Cyprus, yes.
Yes, Barbara and Linda.
Yes, and as I remember, they have been working with Hemisync, with Monroe programs for many years. I remember Linda's activity from early 2000 years, maybe earlier. So
they are experienced.
They have a very long story.
Yeah. And here we come. Just a few months ago, from Gran Canaria joined one leader. Very warm person. She invites people. So if you will be in Gran Canaria, you may consider to meet with Judith.
The question is if this is a virtual or a local chapter, local community. You don't know.
Let me open on second screen.
Just wondering because it's a great opportunity for going to holidays and have a community group meeting.
Okay. Checking. They are meeting in hybrid. So it means that they are meeting online and
locally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Their website, there's a website, Instagram site. This is our leader from Gran Canaria, so she's very active. TMI, EANS, OBE, and D, and this is her website.
Yeah.
In fact, I haven't seen it yet. I will check all the sites during summary of this update process. Okay. So if you see the site, anybody will want to, you may continue later.
So, as I guess, after updating, the information about community groups will be more detailed, and it will be...
I am not yet sure what we will do with all those information.
Okay.
I know that we have intention to use it and show it. We will see.
But on the Monroe website, there are only the local groups. The trainers, if someone is only trainer, he is not mentioned there. It seems to me.
There are, wait.
Or maybe it's on a different page.
You ask for trainers or for community groups?
No, for example, I found the group in Zurich, but I didn't find Walter Frey. Let's
check.
And Frey, apparently you said before, is a trainer, whereas Zurich is a group, a local community group.
Okay, so here is a site with
community groups. Okay, yeah.
But this is tricky here because here you have those numbers and you navigate.
Go to 4 or 5 for Europe.
It's not the best. Like you see, it's a bit tough.
No, about 4 or 5 Europe. Cyprus, Paris. Yeah, you see, it's only Zurich. And the French one.
No.
French one, they don't do anything, the French one. At least I...
But if you want to find trainers, you have to go to our
different
people
place.
Tab and find our people. Yeah.
And one more thing. This is board of directors. And residential trainers are those who are allowed to do residential courses in Monroe Institute, but there are outreach trainers, and probably those are outreach trainers.
Here he is. Sorry, thank you.
And outreach are those outreach trainers are those who act locally in their country. And guest trainers, I'm not sure about definition. I know that William Bullman was also guest trainer. Pavel, do you know definition of guest trainer?
Yeah, guest trainers are those who provide their own programs and are not certified as TMI trainers. So, for example,
Schiambarella is certified. Luigi Schiambarella is the guy from the UK.
But Luigi is, I think, in all the groups because Luigi is one of the key persons.
Strange that he's a guest trainer, yes.
He's in all the groups. You see, residential, Luigi.
No, I agree. That's why I wondered why he was a guest trainer.
Because probably he has some his own programs.
I see. Okay.
He's very active and he's doing those certified things and some other.
Yeah.
So, basing on my experience and knowledge about some guest trainers like William Bullman and Tom Campbell, for example, they are not TMI trainers, but provide their own programs like OB Intensive by William Bullman and My Big Toe by Tom Campbell.
Okay.
William Bullman is retired, so he is not anymore here. Okay, let's come back to map. There is a new community group in Stockholm Stockholm in English. In
Stockholm.
Polish, it's Stockholm.
Stockholm.
Yes, I know also that in Moscow they are quite active. I hope that I will have opportunity to meet them at some point. It's interesting for me because, you know, they are Russia is so big, and I don't know, it's just interesting for me how it works there. I heard that they are doing some not standard things because, for example, you may not know, when we make community group meetings in Poland, we have similar schema like we do here in European online meetings. We do once a month meeting, which is transmitted into internet radio, which is organized around all paranormal activity. So we are broadcasted to internet radio, our meetings, and we do also closed meetings, which are closed. And I mean, they are not broadcasted anywhere, not recorded, and so on. So I heard that in Moscow they do something similar. We'll see. I will see, and I will share when I will know. In India, we are very active. In India, we have Niket. I think he is even residential. Yeah, here is Niket.
Okay.
And they have 300 participants on their meetings. This is very interesting, or even more. I'm not sure, but those were big numbers. So Niket is very active. Yeah,
he is very active, but it is also a scale because India is very, very populated, much more than Europe, for example.
Yes.
But he is very active. Like you see, Awareness India. There is Awareness India website, and you see the message. So I feel that one of the things is that it's very populated, but I feel that Niket is doing great work in organizing this, and there are some, you see, some memberships, some events, programs. There are Monroe Institute programs, but there are some other. So this is Niket from India, and he is a very, very nice person. Really, every time we talk, very nice person. In Thailand, I don't have contact with those people. I hope that, like with the Russians, I will have opportunity at some point to talk. This is interesting space in Japan. In Japan, they don't have community groups because of some legal regulations. I have no idea what is it about. I just heard that it's not. They can't do community groups there, but we have there a few trainers. So this is Japan. And I know that we want to meet with them, and the same as with Moscow and in Thailand. Soon, maybe I will have something more to share with you. I am not 100% sure, but I feel that I don't know where is this line should be placed, but this space is Oceania. This is region. Why I am telling this? Because when we will look on the whole world, there is Oceania, there is Europe, and there is US. And those three regions have dedicated meetings like the one we are on. Let me share with you link.
So in a few words, in these places, if you know
there are
English,
dedicated online groups. America online chapter. This should be changed. Community group. Europe online community group. We are Europe online community group. I see that we have to change this also. And there's Oceania. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. Paweł, sorry. Please continue.
Just wanted to suggest that if you know English, you have a vast opportunity to attend various groups around the world and discuss many interesting topics and meet interesting people, or attend, for example, meditations, because some community groups are focused on doing only meditations.
Okay, I have noted to correct this. So we have seen, this is also interesting for me, New Zealand. The same as Thailand, but I don't know much about it. What else? South America looks like that. I don't have much info about it. We have new community group in Puerto Rico. Dolly is very active there. She do a lot in translating meditations into Spanish. I know that she made a lot of efforts to start translations. So she's from Puerto Rico. And here are US. United States. What may I say? I may say that in Los Angeles we have I am missing a word. Garrett Stevens, who is owner of a license for developing and selling chemisync.com. So if you are not aware, then no, not this one. Sorry, this one. So this website, this shop chemisync.com is developed and developed under license by Garrett Stevens, who is community leader in Los Angeles. Somewhere here.
It's worth to remember that the Chemisync was the technology that was previously invented by the Monroe Institute. Now is sold to a private businessman who is Garrett, but still he produces a very good recordings. And now Monroe Institute works on other technologies and has its own website and its own store in which you can buy some new technology recordings and use application Expand, in which are delivered new quite new recordings.
Okay, so and I will show you also that, and all this is coordinated by, no, this is the link.
And how do you manage to join a community group, please?
You just write to community leader. So this link to this map you may find, you may copy from chat from our meeting, or you may, if you will lose it, you may go to our tmieu.org website of this meeting, and on bottom there is this link to map. You go to map, and you find trainer and you email this person, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Or of course you may use also sorry, there is a website with catalog of community groups on bottom here.
What is the address of the website?
I will share it here.
It is at Monroe Institute org website. And
okay, thank you.
I am not
about
sure
our
how to open it, where to find it from many, but you have a link, and on bottom you have those regions here. It's not nice to this website is not good in navigation.
So it needs some
Where is Europe?
patience.
Number 4, I think.
Here. So you click on Europe, and here you have, for example, for Europe, or all the community groups and contacts. But really, I feel that map is more frequently updated, because I update it. So yeah, and I am like I started to mention, here we have Outreach Leadership Council, and I am in council responsible for registration of new leaders, and this I update directly this map, so you will have here most updated information about leaders. Yeah, and this is all I have prepared.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have any more questions about contacts, Charlotte, or no?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
I wonder if you update this page, couldn't you add on whether they only do meditation, or like we do here, meditation and discussion sessions?
We
Too
don't have. I feel that most of community groups are not organized in such way as we do it. Our intention here was that we record our discussion session to leave it on YouTube for future, maybe somebody, that all the energy we put on those meetings will be stored somewhere, and somebody can go and check and be inspired. And meditation is closed, we don't record, and so on. This was our intention. I am not sure if anybody else is doing it, but I haven't seen such organization anywhere else for the moment. So, yeah.
But anyway, from the perspective of a person looking for a particular subject, it would be good to find such information on the website.
Like I said, I am not sure how we will manifest this, but soon we will finish all our database update. We will have links to sites of community groups, and those sites may be interesting. So we will see. Maybe I will add information about sites on the map as note. We'll see. It's possible. It's possible to be done. But I feel that the best would be to have, to have kind of filters. You mark what's interesting for you and you receive list. This would be the most interesting.
Yeah.
And can you tell us what kind of meetings you would attend, local or virtual? It would prefer to attend.
This I don't understand this question.
Yeah. What kinds of meetings you're looking for? Local?
Monica.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anybody else in my area who did a Monroe class, so
There are.
Yeah, but it's 3 hours by train one way, so it's a bit far away.
But you may try to join those community groups in your area.
I'm happy with your group. I'm happy with your group.
Okay. But you may always explore, because there might be I feel that this is beneficial to be able to join local. This is totally different when you have people who know the same culture as you live in, and it's totally different, and also different in different way beneficial when you meet with people from other cultures and so on. It's interesting time from this perspective. We may meet, and COVID. I work in IT, and I seen something which is all the time in my which stayed in my head, that COVID for the world was the biggest IT transformation trigger. I mean that when world was hit by COVID, all the companies, everybody went to online and so on, and many companies were closed. Companies, people in general were closed for online meetings and those things. So now we live more in online world, which is good and bad. There are always benefits and new challenges. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking on benefits. For example, I was always passionate about new things in IT. So for me, it's kind of paradise. I mean, new technologies, people more open for it, and yeah. What else I can share with you? I may tell you, for example, that we currently have, let me check it, 69 community groups. Yeah, I feel, as I remember, 6 community groups went inactive. So our database shrinked a bit after this update. What else?
Well, maybe the question for you, for our guests, is it helpful for you to see such a map and know how to find another community groups in some way? Is it an interesting topic for you?
For Monica, no.
No, I'm not sure if I would go on the map or on the Monroe website. I don't know.
In fact, this map should be attached to Monroe website soon. They work on it.
I mean, for me, it's quite an interesting thing to see where people are and why they gravitate. And when I looked at the map that you showed us, is why are some areas more active and some have, for example, become less active in this sense. Like France, I think, and it was Spain, I think you mentioned. So, and what is the reason that some places are much, I'm not saying forward, but the more dynamic in a sense. So that's curiosity on my side.
It's very tough to answer this in general. I know that, for example, Romania is very active because I feel because of few persons who were born there, and they activated people there. So I feel that it's very complex to answer this question, because there might be some culture things, but like you have seen in India, which is very tough environment, they are very active. Even in Moscow. So I feel this is multidimensional thing, and not possible to answer with one sentence, with one perspective. I haven't showed you one more interesting thing, aspect. We have also in South Africa, we have in Cape Town a community group which registered a year ago, something like that. And there is Karen, and so this was very, for me, I was very happy seeing in Africa new community group. We don't have in Kazakhstan, Mongolia, I don't know. So we are not present here, I feel.
Okay. It's interesting from this point of view, as Andrzej mentioned, because as we know, Bob Monroe's books were translated to many languages. I think much more languages than the countries are involved in community groups. So it is interesting why in other areas these community groups are not present.
Mm-hmm.
From our perspective, Bob Monroe's books are very popular, yes? This is our perspective as people who read these books. But in fact, as we see on the map, it seems that his popularity is only in very specific areas.
In general, Monroe Institute was during last 10 years or since beginning, it was not very focused on the world. Again, COVID pushed Monroe Institute to go online with faster than it was planned. And also globalization and how everything involves is also opening the doors to world. So probably Monroe Institute is not so present everywhere because it was not very focused on world on the beginning. During first 2 decades, I think the energy was focused on technology and in development in all this. So now we are open. There are more activities to activate rest of the world, there is this app, and yeah.
Maybe at this moment we can tell more about how these community groups occurred. It was an initiative from people like us that was not steered by the Monroe Institute, but rather by people who were interested in spreading information about TMI all around the world. So they just started to organize small groups for discussion, for meetings, for meditations. And after a time, they just contacted to the Monroe Institute and expressed to be some part of Monroe Institute, and I don't know, a strategy.
I don't have details about beginning, detailed knowledge, but I know that on the beginning, as Pavel mentioned, it was community groups were not Monroe Institute initiative. They were started by those who finished courses, and later there appeared some connection between those. I remember that somebody from staff mentioned that on the beginning of community groups, it was called local chapters. There even happened such situations that somebody was mentioning to lady which works in a reception in Monroe Institute, and she was not aware of those community groups, local chapters. So it was even this way that not all employees of Monroe Institute knew about local chapters initiative. Of course, now it's more official. We'll see how it will evolve, because we all the time build it. For example, during my cadence, I am in council for 2 years. We worked on having a mailbox in monroeinstitute.org domain. When I came to council, we were working on external Gmail account. And now we have official email as a council in Monroe Institute. So yeah, council and community groups value rises, and we work closer and closer together. In council, there is one person who is a Monroe Institute employee, and
who is responsible for coordinating all the works related to Monroe community groups. We have also leader meetings every week. Leaders of community groups. So it's really much more connected to the Monroe Institute than, for example, 5 years ago, maybe.
Yes, and I will just finish that one person is formally employee in our council, is formally employee of Monroe Institute, and the rest of us are volunteers. There we have trainers, we have different persons there in council. But formally, we coordinate things related with community leaders and trainers.
So the community depends on, to sum up, the community depends on activity of leaders and people who want to gather around the idea of community groups and want to attend such meetings like this.
Do you have any questions? If not, then we may slowly close our meeting. We have 8 minutes to meditation group. Okay, I don't see questions. So we will finish this meeting. Thank you for coming. We invite you next time. And see you next month, I hope.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for the information.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks. See you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.